Welcome back. This is Chris Spiker.
I'm Aaron Goldstein. We are here with our third guest, Brian Avery from Bravery Brewing.
Hey, Brian.
Everybody. Hey,
Welcome.
thanks for having us, guys.
You bet. We were at a chamber event a couple of weeks ago, and you said, hey, we got some stuff going on. And I was flattered that you would think of the chamber show, Minding Your Business, as a platform to promote, get the word out.
Absolutely. I mean, what better way to get directly out to the community?
What's going on?
So we have a couple of events coming up this month. May is actually going to be really busy for us. On May 11th, we are releasing a special beer that we brewed in collaboration with Sagebrush Cafe out of Quartz Hill. And so that's going to be an art show with some live music and food trucks and just kind of really inviting the community to come out. And
Have we done art shows before?
we've only done one other art show.
You got art on the walls.
We do have art on the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
We've only had one other formal art show though before.
You've got 300 photos of really cool, wonderful people on the wall.
Yes, we do.
But an art show, and how did that happen with Sagebrush?
So the owners of Sagebrush were teachers at my high school, at Quartz Hill High School. So I've had a relationship with the owners long before Sagebrush ever started. And it's just been something, kind of shame on us, that we've been meaning to get around to doing, but we, yeah, you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so things can get away from you, but we finally did it. The beer's in the tank. We're going to be canning it. We had a local artist design the label for it too. So it's really just going to be screaming like Antelope Valley community.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we see it before it is unveiled?
Sure. Yeah, I can get the
Aaron,
artwork over to you guys.
we gotta go take a picture maybe. You know, but you guys are all about not just having great ideas, but acting on great ideas.
Mhm.
And I think that's a lot of the coolness behind Bravery Brewing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the DNA of an entrepreneur is everyone has lots of great ideas. There's lots of smart, hardworking people out there, but not to say that we're any smarter or any harder working than anyone else, but it's just bringing that together and then actually seeing a project through and making sure that it actually happens. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but yeah.
You're doing it.
It's a lot of fun.
You're doing it. So that is May
May 11th.
11th.
And that's basically all day. We're going to start at noon and we're going to go until 11 p.m.
Now, is there a coincidence that it's Mother's Day weekend?
No, just we're trying to cram so much into May, so it just ends up being on that weekend.
Yeah, well, Memorial Day is kind of a quiet day, so it leaves you with just 3 weekends. So
Yeah.
that's a quiet month. What else is going on?
So we also are releasing another new beer called Bombertown IPA.
Right.
And some really cool guys that are involved in the aerospace out here kind of had the idea and they came to us. It's like, hey, let's make a beer to celebrate why we're all out here in the first place, and that's aerospace. And so we're gonna, through a couple of different channels, we're raising some money for the Bob Hope USO. And so that's really the main reason why we're doing this, is to bring some attention to the USO and what they've been doing all these years and what they will continue to do. And then also just kind of celebrate again the community, but this time more specifically the aerospace and what that's done and what that will continue to do for our thriving economy out here.
One hand washing the other.
Yeah.
It's just, man, that is so, yeah, that's a natural.
Yeah.
Well, making your own beer on a quiet side street is a natural.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Bomber Brew, you're going to use the whole street. You're going to have parking lot.
We're going to block off our parking lot and a portion of our alleyway, so we'll have essentially twice as much space as we normally do to house people, and we're going to have live music and a big stage, and we're going to have 2 food trucks out that day. So we're expecting a pretty big crowd, but it's going to be going for several hours on May 19th, so we're hoping that it won't be too chaotic if you do decide to come out.
Well, no one's going to stay for the whole thing.
I hope not. that's a marathon.
You have to spray them with water or something.
Yeah.
They'll leave, so the next
Some crowd control.
And how about your dad? Is he involved in all this?
Yeah, he's always involved in all of these things, and we're really trying as the business matures to find what our responsibilities are. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and that's always a learning curve every day of a business.
Well, you're lucky to have more than one person carrying stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's no way that Bravery would be what it is today without all the help that we've had.
And speaking of people carrying stuff, let's talk about Lee Ermey for a moment.
Yeah, crazy. So we lost him just over a year ago. April 15th, 2018 is when he passed. And it was pretty unexpected, even for those really close to him. And he was such a critical part of the brewery, and not just the brand, but which, I mean, his brand is so iconic, but really his help and his ideas and all of the input from not just him but the Ermey family in large. So yeah, losing him was devastating for us, but the family has still been very supportive, and we earlier this year were finally able to lay him to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. So there was a little bit of closure there, being able to do that, and just seeing the outpour from not just his friends and family, and not just the local community, but all of the Marines and all of the people that love what he's done the last 30, 40 years is really touching.
It's got to make the Avery family feel pretty good.
Yeah, it was an honor when he was with us, and it's even more of an honor now. It's with the name change of Avenue N to Early Ermey Avenue. It's so cool to see his name every day, driving up and down from my house back to Bravery. Yeah,
It's a cool deal, and it's only getting better.
yeah.
Where is Bravery Brewing located?
Good question. So we are 42705 8th Street West. We're right off of Avenue L, and fortunately now we have a great landmark because the new DMV opened up on 8th Street West. So we are just north of the DMV on 8th West.
So do you go to Bravery before you go to DMV, or you go to Bravery after you go to DMV?
Depending on how long the line is, you might sneak out for a little bit. But we definitely have some disgruntled people that come in and are like, man, I need a beer.
Well, I think that, you make an appointment, you go on Saturdays, you go right before closing time.
Mhm.
There are some secrets to the,
Yeah,
and don't wait till the last minute. Oh, my license is expiring tomorrow.
yeah. I think it's safe to say that a lot of my bar staff is probably they're experts now at the DMV because everyone comes in and tells them the tips and tricks. So I guess if anyone's out there listening and has a DMV appointment coming up, probably swing by Bravery and ask for some pro tips.
Yeah, get some advice.
Yeah.
I would think that your bar help is expertise in many fields. I'm sure they give a lot of advice and hear a lot of stories. And
Yeah, and it's cool too because we have a lot of really awesome people that are working at the bar, and a lot of even more awesome people that come in Bravery on a daily basis. And it's so many stories are shared and so many friendships have sparked. It's pretty awesome.
it is. It's amazing. It's a gathering place. And sometimes I'm not a drinker, but I mean, you have sodas,
Yeah.
you got water, so
Yeah.
it's still a cool place.
Yeah.
Are there very many people that don't drink?
We do, because we try to be as family focused as possible.
Yeah.
So obviously the children coming in aren't drinking, but we do have a lot of spouses and a lot of friends and like coworkers that'll come in, and because there's no pressure, because we don't have any kind of service there.
Yeah.
You
No reserve tables.
Exactly. So you can come in, hang out, play cornhole, play some board games. If you only have one beer or no beers at all, we don't really care, because for us it's more about just having a lively atmosphere that makes it more fun for everyone that's going in there.
Yeah. And no kitchen.
No kitchen.
So you can bring food though.
Correct. You can bring food. We always have tons of Costco pizza boxes in our dumpster every week. But we also have a lot of really cool food trucks that come out about 4 or 5 times a week. So there's always a fun variety.
Yeah. I had a gourmet hamburger last time I was there.
Yeah.
And then I think before that it was a taco truck. Parties. Can people have parties there?
Yeah, definitely. I would say almost every week we probably have 2 or 3 different types of parties, whether it's birthdays, retirements, promotions. And it's pretty cool too with the huge American flag that we have painted on the wall. We've actually had a lot of official military retirements and promotions that I guess a part of that ceremony they require that you have a U.S. flag present.
Dumb luck, huh?
Yeah.
Just happened to put that huge flag on.
Just happened to put it there, yeah.
And are you working every day?
Pretty much. If I'm not at the brewery, we're out doing festivals, or I've been personally getting more involved with some legislation at the state level. So I was up in Sacramento a few weeks ago talking to Tom Lackey about some of the issues that are kind of coming in the pipeway for us. But
For the industry.
for the industry as a whole, yeah.
So are you like one of the leaders in the brewery?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm a part of what's called the Government Affairs Committee, and that's at the state level for the California Craft Brewers Association.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Back to the groups. Do people need to make reservations to get say they're going to have a group of 20 people?
Yeah, so you can find our number or email online. So just however you get a hold of us, or even through Facebook, and just call ahead or email us, and we're happy to help you guys out. And we can typically do parties up to like 50 people.
And your wife is Kara?
Kara.
And what is her specialty? Has something to do with wine.
Yeah, so she is a flight attendant, but on the side, she has started a wine experience / education company called Wine Bees. And it's kind of cool. She's trying to make wine casual again and take away a lot of the kind of like fear and anxiety that people have. And kind of show you that you don't have to spend exorbitant amounts of money on a bottle of wine to enjoy yourself, that there's plenty of $5, $10, $15 bottles of wine that are just as delicious, if not better.
I think there's a lot of people that would like to know that.
Yeah. So you can look up Wine Bees on, like I said, online. She's also on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And she's always doing monthly events all around town.
Tell Kara I got a mention for her.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Chris.
What's the future for Bravery?
Oh man, just trying to really put AV beer on the map. We've started winning some pretty prestigious medals from both like the national competitions and LA and San Diego international competitions, and so it's just really cool to know that people, not just in the Antelope Valley but across California and the U.S., are starting to see that really good beer can come out of our little valley.
We've been talking with Brian Avery, Bravery Brewing. Thank you.
Thanks.